Somebody else. Every time I compromise, I lose more of myself. I wanna be free. Give me freedom. Give me freedom. Break away, I'm on my way. Heading now to another place. I'm gonna break free, I'll walk away.
Calling out the ones who have come before me, those known and unknown, in spirit and in flesh, we lift you. Father, mother, grandmother, sister, and brother, we acknowledge you in this place, in this space. In our minds, we feel you, your energy. It surrounds, we invoke you, asking you for guidance in birth and in death, in famine and bounty. The power still remains, Ashe, the power to make things change. Calling out the ones who have come before us, those known and unknown, in spirit and in flesh, we lift you. Father, mother, grandmother, sister, and brother, we acknowledge you in this space, in this place. In our minds, we feel you, your energy. It surrounds, we invoke you, asking you for guidance in birth and in death, in famine and bounty. The power still remains, Ashe, the power to make things change. Ashe to the water, Ashe to the wind, Ashe to the fire, Ashe to the ground as we kneel down. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh. I'm going to pour libation. For those who are not familiar, libation is a ritual, a ceremony common in West Africa to acknowledge the ancestors. It's not necessarily magic or anything supernatural. It's a ritual to remember those who've gone on before us. Almost every indigenous people has some system of recognition for those ancestors. And given that today is Black History Month celebration, we acknowledge our African ancestors. And so, what we will do is I will invite you to call in the names of people that have gone on, those that you might be connected to through blood or through best intention. After each name is called, we'll pour some libation, and we'll say Ashe or Ensa. And Ashe is sort of like Amen or Amin, and so it is. It's a declarative statement. Ensa means to drink, 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 okay? Before I get started, I just want to get permission to do this from an elder. So I'm going to turn to Sister Gloria and just ask if it's okay if I begin. Is that okay? Thank you. And as I'm pouring libation here, I'm being joined in this process by another elder who will be supporting me in this as well. So thank you for that, Perry. Come in, Rev. acknowledge all those who've gone on before, those connected to us by blood or best intention. Many who have shed tears and blood and ensured that all of us could be here perfectly imperfect and right on time. So we call into the space those names. And understand that you're not necessarily calling in that person, but the principles that underlined who they were, right? So you're calling in Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe was love. Auntie Sue was power. That what you're calling is not the person, but the principle that underlied them, okay? Make sense? All right. I'm going to start off by calling in my ancestors. I'm going to actually start first with my father who recently passed. I'm going to call in Wessa Henry Peart, Ashe, Jocelyn Ryan Lewis, Ashe, Ina Mae Smith, Ashe, Ashe,
Reverend Johnny Coleman,
Ashe, Ashe,
Reverend Helen Ward,
Ashe,
Reverend
Ashe, Ashe,
Anna Price,
Ashe, Ashe,
Reverend Marjorie
Ashe, Ashe,
Leanna
Ashe,
Valentine,
Ashe,
Lincoln Valentine,
Ashe, Ashe. You're calling more than just them in. Ashe, Ashe,
Henry Igus,
Ashe,
Reverend Evan Reed,
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe,
Elder Lewis March,
Ashe, 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 Ashe,
Helen, Mabel,
Ashe, 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 Ashe,
Martin Luther King,
Ashe, Ashe,
Jimmy Carter,
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe,
John Lewis,
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe,
Malcolm X,
Ashe,
Muhammad Ali,
Ashe, Ashe,
Sojourner Truth,
Ashe, James Baldwin, Ashe, Octavia Butler, Ashe, 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 Ashe. For all those names that we've called and all those that we couldn't call, some whose names have been remembered and others that have been forgotten but are held in the goodness of time, we say Ashe, 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 oh.
Good morning. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let all rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that a dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the Let us march on till victory. Let us march on till victory. Let us march on till victory is won.
May be seated. And I want you all to just close your eyes and journey with me with this next song. Wade in the water. Wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. Wade in the water. I tell you, wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. I want y'all to sing it with me. Say, wade. Come on now. In the water. I tell you, Lord, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. God's gonna trouble the water. I know I see that band all dressed in red. God's gonna trouble the water. I know it looks like the children of Israel. We say God's gonna trouble the water. I tell you, my child, say wait in the water. I can hear y'all wait in the water, children, wait in the water. I say God's gonna trouble the. Let's take it softly now. Say wait in the. Oh Lord, no way. Yeah. Come on now, say way, yeah. In the water. We say God's gonna trouble the war. God's gonna trouble. God's gonna trouble. No. God's gonna trouble the water. One more time. God's gonna trouble the
Greetings. Can I get an amen? Wade in the water. Just embrace that thought of what it means to you right here, right now. The call to worship. Let us take this moment to turn within. The way we turn within only symbolizes that we are closing our eyes, shutting out the outer, and going inward. Acknowledging the only presence and power we declare in this space today is love. Love. Love, love, love. The only power, the only presence, the essence of God. And in this moment, we just say thank you. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. Amen. We welcome you to our annual special tribute to Black History Month here at Verity Centre, where we know you're going to have a Sunday worship experience today. We thank you for joining us this day as we are celebrating our heritage and the spirit of oneness and love. We are a Bible-based New Thought Christian teaching ministry proudly affiliated with the Universal Foundation for Better Living, currently led by its president, the Reverend Dr. Sheila McKeithen. My name is Lametria D. Hall, and I am serving as the senior minister of Verity Centre. If you're joining us for the very first time, it is our pleasure to greet you in the spirit of love and hope that something said or done today will make a positive difference in your life. Please know that we accept you, we respect you, and we truly appreciate you. We believe that together we are building a consciousness of thriving in purpose, power, and prosperity in 2025. We know that it lights the path for others to live a healthy, happy, peaceful, and prosperous life. If you don't know by now, we are the happy space in Toronto. Got it. This is the place. Our vision is creating and maintaining a spiritual-based community that facilitates enlightenment, enrichment, and empowerment. Our mission is offering spiritual-based principles and techniques to those who are seeking to live healthier, happier, and more prosperous lives. Our motto at Verity Centre is we cultivate prayer, meditation, and silence. We refer to it as PMS. So no matter what your gender is, we are PMSing up in here. Jay Douglas, there's a reserved seat for you, and Joyce Douglas. And if Maureen is here, there's a seat reserved for you up front. You know who you are as a guest of our honoree today. See, I changed all of that to get all of that in. I can't help myself. I'm known as the logistical queen, okay? But we are all doing this in love and in oneness. We have an opening affirmation that we affirm together and ask you to join in with us. It is printed on the screen. Together, please. We are one with God. We are one with all people. We are one with all life. We are one with the one. We are building consciousness of thriving in purpose, power, and prosperity in 2025, and so it is. I would like to call forth one of our visiting minister and trainee under the Johnny Coleman Theological Seminary. He's visiting us from North Carolina, and his name is Marvin Wilson. Please come and give us our inspirational reading for today.
Good morning. Let love lead the way. Many have long thought of the church as merely a building or institution or a physical place to gather. Yet the global disruption brought COVID shattered the image, reminding us of a deeper truth. Jesus taught the church is not just about buildings, but about people united in love and faith. When we embody love in our thoughts, actions, interactions, we become living expressions in the inner church. Love becomes the force that binds us in perfect harmony, creating a spiritual community where healing and unity flourish. In this space, the church is more than a place. It becomes a movement, a beacon of light for the world. When love leads the way, the true essence of church comes alive, allowing us to be agents of transformation, channels of God, boundless goodness. Let us move forward with love as our guide, knowing that it will light the path to harmony, healing, and greater spiritual awakening for all. Most of all, let love guide your life, for then the whole church will stay together in perfect harmony. Galatians 3:14.
At this time, I would like to acknowledge all of those who are visiting us for the very first time. If this is your first time embracing our happiness and love, we ask that you stand at this time. You don't have to say a word. We're just asking you to stand. And let us look around here. Remain standing as we share an affirmation of love with you. Together, please. We love you, we bless you, and we thank God for you. We know that our love and our friendship and the happiness up in here will draw you back again. Thank you for joining us today. You may be seated. And I present to you this morning, if you haven't heard, you heard a little bit of them, but the Voices of Praise is going to soothe our soul, serenade us throughout this service with their music of love. I present to you Voices of Praise.
Okay, so now that we are up a little bit more, I want us to all just stand, please, and thank you. And I want us to just shake, 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 shake. If you have enough space, just shake off the tiredness. Stretch all the way up. All right, and reach from side to side, side to side. And this song is called Living My Life Like It's Golden. I want you guys to just sing the chorus with me, okay? If you feel like dancing, you can, feel free to. If you feel like sitting, also do that, you know? But let's enjoy it. Let's go. Yay! 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 Oh yeah! Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm taking my freedom, pulling it off the shelf, putting it on my chain, wear it around my neck. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my car, wherever I choose to go, it won't take me far. I'm living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my living my life like it's golden.
I'm taking my own freedom, putting it in my song, singing loud and strong, proving all day long. I'm taking my freedom, putting it in my stroll. I'll be hot stepping, y'all, letting joy unfold. Living my life like it's golden. 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 Golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Golden.
I'm holding on to my freedom. Can't take it from me. I was born into it. It comes naturally. I'm strumming my own freedom, playing the God in me, representing God's glory. Hope He's proud of me.
Living life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden.
Living my life like it's golden.
Living my life like it's golden. Golden.
I'm living my life like it's golden.
Living my life like it's golden.
Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. Living my life like it's golden. I'm living my life like it's golden. Golden.
Golden. Golden. Golden. Golden.
I'm living my life like it's golden. 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 I want this guy to sing. I'm living my life like it's golden. Golden. Golden.
Golden.
I want this guy to sing.
Golden. Golden.
I'm living my life like it's golden.
Golden.
All right, gonna come back to two. I'm living my life, living my life like.
Golden. Golden.
I'm living my life.
I'm living my life like it's golden. 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 Golden.
Everybody sing
Golden.
together. I'm living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. I'm
Living my life
like it's golden.
golden.
I'm living my life like it's golden, golden.
Golden.
Living my life, living my life, living my life like.
Golden, 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 golden.
I'm
Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. As I said, this is the happy space. We just had one of our special guests who arrived. We had a name plate with your name on it in a space for you. And we have this spot for you right now to just stand and greet us in love. I want you to know that everybody in here today is a neighbor or friend. And so I'm going to ask my neighbor, our neighbor, Josh, that's all we know, is and you know who you are, to stand and just greet us with your presence and in the name of love.
That was such a warm and beautiful introduction. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me into your church, into your home. My name is Josh Matlow. I'm our city councilor for the community, and yes, I am your neighbor. And I want to wish everyone both a really special and purposeful Black History Month. And I know whether you are here because of faith and a sense of belonging and community. I know this is a very special place for you, and I'm very humbled and very grateful to be invited to be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you. I could look around the room and see faces as you were asked to stand, and the moment as we were singing Golden. And some of the looks, this is just my opinion and my judgment, which I don't generally judge, but I saw unique expressions. Just unique expressions. I'm not going to label them. I'm just going to say thank you for them. Got it? We love up in here, and we have a great time up in here in spite of what's going on in the world. We hold the vibration that all things are working together for the highest good, no matter what. No matter what. And that's how, well, you guys will know that I'm from the U.S. That's how we roll, okay? That's how we roll. We roll in love. This theme is led to love. My topic, which I'm going to give a brief sermonette, you're going to be so happy because this is going to be the first preacher that you will hear that give it short, sweet, and to the point. Got it? My topic is let love lead the way. Say that with me. Let love lead the way. Our scriptural foundation is taken from Colossians 3:14 through 15. You could say it with me out loud together. Most of all, let love guide your life, for then the whole church will stay together in perfect harmony. Let the peace of heart that comes from Christ be always present in your hearts and lives, for this is your responsibility and privilege as members of his body. And always be thankful. My greatest prayer, and it is so long, it's going to be easy for you to remember. I say 3 words. Thank you, God. That's it. Thank you, God. If I believe that all things are working together for the highest good, ain't nothing else stopping from what I'm thinking and feeling. Hello? When we talk about love here, we talk about love from a metaphysical lens. When I say metaphysical, that means we look beyond the literal, beyond the physical, and we go deeper into an understanding that works for all of us in unity. Talk to me. Okay? And so we define love as representing the unifying, harmonizing, and healing energy of divine mind. It is the highest vibration force that holds all creation together. No matter creed, color, language, whatever, when love is in the place, everybody know that love is. When we let love guide our lives, we align with the principle of oneness, recognizing that there is no separation in spirit. The whole church in this verse is not just a physical congregation, but symbolizes the collective consciousness as we share together in oneness. Perfect harmony is achieved when we allow divine love to be the governing force in our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Hello? You want, I said, perfect harmony is achieved when we allow divine love to be the governing force in our thoughts, words, and actions. You want to win a game? Think love. See yourself as love expressing in each play that you put into the game. Something's coming up. I gotta let it out. You want to win a campaign? Looks like I don't have to say anymore. Let the peace of your heart that comes from Christ be always present in your hearts and your lives, for this is your responsibility and privilege as a member in the body of the Christ consciousness. Here, peace of heart refers to the inner stillness and assurance that comes from the Christ consciousness. It's the awareness of our divine nature. See, when a baby is born, baby don't come out with issues. The baby just say, let me out. Let me out. Some come screaming, some come whatever, crying, whatever. Let me out. Let me explore. And then they get introduced to them doggone adults. And the adults get try to get all in their business, telling them which way to go and how to go. When you're living from your authentic self, you express and you allow your inner guidance to lead you where to go and how to go. So, adults, be aware. Christ represents the I am presence, the divine pattern of perfection within each of us. It doesn't separate, it doesn't divide or any of that. The power is in the spoken word, and it's coming from you, out of you. When you say I am, I declare you, everything you have put that I am in shows up. Good, bad, or indifferent. If you say I am tired, every 37.5 trillion cells in your body says, let me show you what tired looks like. If you say I am love and you walk out in the space, 37.5 trillion cells plus will give you that vibration. Watch how you use your spiritual identity of I am. Power in the spoken word. I'm not speaking like the artist. We have one here that speaks very well and inspires us. I'm telling you today the principle behind the truth of the I am. This verse also emphasizes that this piece is both a responsibility and a privilege. This means that we are called to consciously cultivate and maintain inner peace regardless of outer circumstances. My daughter called and said, Mom, they lost my luggage. And I said, good. For real. They know how wacky in love Mom is. And so it calms them down. It gives them a chance to think about it. And I said to her, you're going to get your luggage, no matter. She came for family day to visit me spontaneously, and so, my heart is still overjoyed. Just for a couple of days, went out, and then however she traveled, the luggage got lost somewhere. Well, last night she called and said, Mom, they found my luggage. Somebody said, of course they did. Mom knows best, right? And they did. Things happen for a reason. If we get caught up in the happiness of it that brings us discomfort, we're going to get more of that. Hello? But if we see it as an opportunity for something else, we see it as an opportunity for more people to get jobs. Because the airline was Porter, and Porter doesn't have a connection in Texas. She was going to Vegas, so Porter took it to Vegas, but they don't have an airline in Texas. So that means that Porter had to collaborate with another airline and another carrier to get that luggage to Texas. Hello, I hope you're following me. See, many times we want to call it and name it something else. But if we pause, we could discover there is something deeper and something else that is going to bring about more collaboration of love, because love cooperates. Hello? It's kind, it's patient, it's all those great things that we have heard. The most key important thing, if you don't get anything else in this lesson, is remember this: always be thankful. See, gratitude is a key spiritual practice that opens the heart and aligns us with the flow of divine good. Yeah. Gratitude. See, love is the greatest spiritual principle that unites, heals, bonds, and transforms. When we let love lead the way, we are in alignment with divine order, and we experience inner peace. We cultivate gratitude. And so this lesson explores us to really think about what it means to allow love to lead us. When we talk about uniting in love and how it harmonizes, love is that glue. You know what I'm talking? I mean that super glue. That glue that sticks so strong that nothing can move it. Love is the glue that holds relationships, communities, and the world together. When we operate from love, we create an atmosphere of unity and understanding. Not just from our own perspective, but an opportunity to know somebody else's perspective. Because if we're in this together for oneness, we need to embrace all perspectives. Hello? When we express divine love, it is important that we understand another dynamic component that works with love. Anybody heard the word forgiveness? Anybody heard the word forgiveness? Forgiveness is that extra tool that helps us in practicing love. Somebody does something to you, especially I've been here and this traffic in Toronto is very special. It's very special. One of my friends said to me just yesterday, she says, I don't know. I don't think Toronto's traffic can even compare with traffic in the U.S. And I thought the traffic in the U.S. was something else. But the traffic here is very lovingly special. And so I began to embrace it in that way. When people cut in front of me, I go, I forgive you. And when I cut in front of them, I go, please forgive me. So I know how to use the word. The question for you to think about for yourself is, how do I bring more love into my interactions and all that I do? How do I bring more love into it? That's one of your questions for today. As I move on to point 2, love brings inner peace. Love and peace go hand in hand. When we act in love, we can't help but cultivate inner peace. It's just like a mother watching their children do some things. When they're doing it well, the mother is filled up, or the father, proud up. And when the child does something off key, there's a little concern. If the mother and father continue to shed the light of love, that would be okay too. See, each one of us are on our own journey. We're not on a perfect one, hello, where everything is just going to go the way we think it should go. But we're on a journey. So we know when those obstacles come up or challenges come up, we don't name it here as problems. We see it as challenges because we refer to challenges as opportunity for better. Hello? Peace is not dependent on external conditions, but is a choice we make when we operate from love. The Christ consciousness represents that awareness of our divine identity, of the I am that I mentioned to you. And so when you begin, although there's things going on around you that does, just keep confirming, I am the expression of love. And the role that I'm in, I'm going to sprinkle some love on it. Sprinkle some love, which leads us to a deep sense of security and trust. when you could trust. My life scripture growing up as a little kid, and each time I say it, it means something even deeper and different, is to trust in the Lord with all my heart, to lean not to my own understanding, but to acknowledge God in everything I do, no matter what you call the source. I was at an event yesterday, very special, very diverse. I love Toronto because of the diversity. I want you to know that. And so very diverse, and I thought, oh, God, if I call your name, I don't want anybody else to think that you're just it, but you are it. Okay? And I said, what do I do? And I started a prayer with acknowledging the source of each breath that we take. All of us can relate to that. That's love. That's the love I'm talking about. And so, question number 2 to you is to ask yourself, am I allowing love to guide my thoughts and actions so that I can experience true peace? Am I allowing love to guide my thoughts and actions so that I can experience true peace? That's your question, number 2. Point number 3, love inspires gratitude. A heart filled with love is naturally grateful. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to the blessings we already have. Stop focusing on that which you do not have or that which you think you do not have. Stop focusing on the problem and take it as a challenge, as an opportunity for something better to come out of it. Shift in your thinking. Shift in your thinking. Bless everything that is around you. I look out the window where I live and I go, oh my God. I'm remembering of the, I wish I could remember his name. Do you guys remember Famous Amos cookies? Or is that just a U.S. thing? The cookies. Okay. Well, the owner takes a young mentee with him to the top of one of the largest buildings in the States. And he says, look out that window and tell me what you see. And so the gentleman looked out the window and said, wow, I see cars, I see people, I see the buildings, I see. And he said, popped them across his head like that, lovingly. And he said, look again. And the person looked again. He said, do you see anything different? And the person just stood there, didn't know what to say and didn't want to get popped again. And so he said, I want you to look out that window and see opportunities. Opportunities are all around us. It's how we're looking. What lens we are looking from. Whatever role you are in, I want you to challenge yourself this week to reverse it and look at it as if someone is opposing your perspective. And sprinkle some love on it. Did I see my dear friend? Yes, my dear friend, this seat is for you if you don't mind. This is just my friend. One of the first friends I met when I first came. I call no names. Just my friend. Just my friend. Okay? And I'm going to conclude with this statement. When we let love lead the way, we experience unity, peace, and gratitude. As we move forward, I'm saying to you, each one of you, let us commit to making love the guiding force in everything we do. Give thanks unto God, and to God be the glory. And so, my friend, you could have a seat there. And this choir is going to glorify all of my friends in here today. Glory! Glory! Glory!
One day, when the glory comes, it will be yours, it will be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory. Come on and say glory. I want to hear you, glory. Oh, say glory. Yeah, come on.
Hands to the heavens, no man, no weapons. Yes, glory is destined. Every day women and men become legends. Things that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. Truer living in us. Resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When we go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down and we stand up. Shots we on the ground, the camera pan up. King pointed to the mountaintop and we ran up.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be yours, it will be ours. Oh yeah, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, glory. I want to hear you say glory, glory. Come on, say glory. Glory. Yeah, glory. Glory. Hey, now the war is not over and the victory isn't won, but we'll fight on till the finish, until it all said and done. We cry glory. Glory. Say glory. Glory. Yeah, glory. Glory. Oh, glory. Glory. Hey, glory. Glory. Come on and say glory. Glory. I want to hear you say glory. Glory. Yeah, glory. Glory. Yeah.
Summer is now for every man, woman, and child. Even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles. From dark roads, heroes, to become a hero. Facing the League of Justice, his power was the people. Enemy, a system, a king, became regal. Saw the face of Jim Crow under a bald eagle. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing, our music is the cuts that we bleed through. Somewhere in a dream we had an epiphany. Now we right the wrongs in history. No one can win the war individually. It takes the wisdom of the elders and young people's energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes have seen the glory.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be yours, it will be yours. Do you hear me? One day, when the war is won, it will be sure, we will be sure. Come on, people, say glory. Glory. I can't hear you, glory. Glory. Say glory. Glory. Yeah, glory. Glory. Shout out glory. Glory. I want to hear you say glory. Glory. Yeah, say glory. Glory. Come on, glory. Glory. Stand on your feet and say glory. Glory. Yeah, glory. Glory. Come on and say glory. Glory. Yeah, glory. Glory. Put your hands up in the air and say glory. Glory. Yeah. Glory. Come on and say glory. Glory. We know we're victorious. Glory. I want to hear you say glory. 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 Yeah, glory. Glory. Hey, one day when the glory comes, it will be yours. It will be ours. Oh, I know one day when the war is won, we will be sure. We will be sure. Oh, glory. Say glory. Glory. Say glory. Glory. Oh, glory. Glory. Oh, one day.
Voices of praise under the direction of Rudy Tomlinson. Somebody say glory today. Glory today. I would like to invite our friend that I call my friend, and it's Kojo's friend too, to come and give us some remarks. I call her Jill.
Good morning, good morning, actually good afternoon. Oh my goodness. We all know what's happening this month. There's an election and the days are just bleeding together. So I'm saying good morning in the afternoon, good night in the evening. My name is Dr. Jill Andrew, and I am Yes, Miss Eleanor. Yes, Miss Elaine. Okay. Thank you. And how dare we have an election during Black History Month? When Dr. Jean Augustine and Dr. Rosemary Sadler and Dr. Zanena Conde and all of the organizations, namely Ontario Black History Society, fought so hard for us to celebrate and acknowledge who we are, who we have been, and who we are surely becoming in this month. So give yourselves a round of applause. Mr. Kojo, I love you. And I stand here today, I'm not gonna cry, I'm gonna cry. As a Black queer woman who is able to live my glory every day, loudly, boldly, and unapologetically. And it is because of community leaders like yourself, and too many other elders to name in this room. Some of you, and I gotta say one, I'm looking at Miss Elaine, who will remember me as a 15-year-old. Boy, we've come a long way, baby. It is because of folks who lift us up that we get to celebrate a community of love today. A community of love that is the embodiment of Verity Centre. Would you agree? Yes. I want to tell you a little story very briefly. Many of you know in this room that my mother went through a pretty significant health shift back in 2023. And there was a moment in time when I didn't know if she was going to come out of it on the other end. Thankfully, she's here. We still have our bumps, but she is here. And I bumped into the Rev at the hospital. It was St. Mike's. She was there supporting one of her family members in the congregation. And she saw me and she came over. And the words of wisdom and support and love that you gave me, it got us through my mother's brain biopsy. And it kept me standing on my feet. I cannot express how important it is for us to love ourselves. And yes, we do live in a world where inequities exist. Misinformation exists. Missing information exists. And believe me, there are folks out there who will try to chip away at you consistently. And sometimes we may have hard times loving ourselves. But as Black folks who know our history, that is when we hold on tight to the chosen family members in our life, to the family members, biology or not, to the community folks who give us voice when sometimes our voice isn't enough, or has been a little silenced, or is a little raspy. We always have our voice, though. Don't make anyone tell you they're giving you voice. We always have a voice. So today, when I was asked to say a few words of love to Kojo, of love to our community, I thought, well, I don't know. I mean, all I can say is we must continue to love ourselves. We must continue to show up for ourselves. And when we're tired, we take a break, knowing that we have built such a strong community of love that there will be someone to shore it up for us on our day off. That is the message. And yes, there is an election coming. And I want to say to you, please vote. Vote. Vote for whoever speaks to you and to your values. Vote for those who show up, not just for the photo, not just at particular times of year. Vote for those who will listen to you telling them off, who will take the argument, who will disagree with you at times. We have to vote for human beings, for human beings, and for people who recognize that as Black community members, and we're not a monolithic group, as Black community members, we don't need to be validated by others, but we absolutely need to be supported by our communities and by our allies. And as Dr. Jean Augustine said here just a few weeks ago, we don't need allies, we need accomplices. We need folks who will get their hands dirty for good, even when there's something to be lost. Because I'll never forget being a grad student at York University when I would challenge some of my professors about their curriculum, their syllabus, the books that were missing, the points of views that were missing. Queer, Black, trans, Indigenous, Afro-Indigenous, et cetera, et cetera. You know, not only honing in on the quote-unquote enslaved story, but talking about the freedom and the future story of our people. And it was always Jill Andrew with the big voice and the big mouth. But then you'd have those folks with less melanin, I'm just going to name it, who would run out of the classroom. Oh my God, Jill, thanks so much. You said exactly what I was thinking. You're strong, girl. Go, girl. We don't need silent allies. We need loud accomplices. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you very, very much for having me say a few words. I love you all. I'm seeing we have city councilors, we got trustees in the room. We have first responders in the room, we got teachers, we've got educators, we've got senior activists. I'm seeing former students of mine in the room. I'm seeing folks who helped me get first jobs in the room. We are nothing without our community. So thank you for being part of my village and for helping to hold me up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's give it up to Mr. Kojo Modeste again. Thank you for creating a safer space for many of us and for showing us that, you know, we are all right and we are good enough just the way we are. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our friend Jill. Thank you. And thank you. At this time, we're going to move along as I declared in the beginning, and it's very important as we keep things in order and divinely, that we start on time and we end on time, okay? And so this is the space right here that we have been waiting for, is the special Black History Tribute Ceremony that we have on behalf of Helen, Mabel, and Rose. I would like for the choir to just bring us just a short version of the next song, and then for David to come forth and set the atmosphere.
All right, so this one, we're going to go old school, right? And I want y'all to help me sing this one. Good? You ready? All right, so it goes. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. No, I'm not gonna take long, but I don't want you to do it cute. You're too cute. Yeah? Let's do one more time. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Come on, turn me around. Yeah. Turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom. Rev, can I just say something one more time? All right, so I want y'all to give me the walk. Ain't gonna let nobody, come on, turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom learn.
All right. So we're going to get into the part of the service where we recognize those community leaders who have contributed to the lifting of consciousness in Black communities in Toronto and beyond. And so I first want to set the context by giving a little bit of a background on the award. This is our third annual Led to Love service. It began as a download 3 years ago that was shared with me and then later with Reverend Hall around acknowledging those Black folks who have done things that matter, but often don't get seen. And so, you know, they say you don't have to go outside, you can look in-house. And as Rev was touching on this morning, this ministry, which many recognize is connected to the Universal Foundation for Better Living, started by Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman in Chicago, one of the founders of this movement, the founder of this movement. But Reverend Johnny Coleman began with Unity. Unity is a church movement that started through Charles Fillmore, and UFBL is an offshoot of Unity. But there was a time in New Thought, and particularly in Unity, where Black people weren't allowed to participate and were not able to get ordained until the foundation was broken. And that foundation was broken by Mabel Butts, who was our first, Helen Mouton, in 1942, was the first ordained minister in the Unity movement, followed by Mabel Butts in 1958, and then Johnny Coleman. But everyone knows Johnny, and nobody knows Helen or Mabel. And so I feel like that was one of the draws to this, is to acknowledge those people who might not always get the shine, but that were foundational to all the things that we take for granted. We acknowledge that this church community, now led by Reverend Hall, many of us, myself included, were brought to this ministry when it was under the stewardship and leadership of Reverend Evan Reed. Reverend Reed made this church what it is, absolutely. And he should be and is remembered. And there was someone that came before him, and Rose Lester was the minister who came here to Toronto in 1980 and began the predecessor, the church community that would then later become Verity Centre for Better Living. And so the download was the Mabel Helen Rose Foundation Stone Bursary Award, rather. And the first year was Dr. Aita Sadhu was our awardee, followed by Jay Douglas, and this year, Kojo. I will be turning it over to others to introduce our awardee for this year, but I thank you all for being a part of what I hope to be a very long tradition of acknowledging those foundational stone folks.
Just want to mention, we just don't select someone by popularity. So don't get it twisted. We have many popular people in the community, but we get names that come to us as a download as we are remembering all the things that they are doing that is impacting the communities. And we started with Dr. Aita Sadhu. I had no idea who she was when I was given the name, but I remembered having moments where I was impacted by the service and the work that she committed to the community. When Jay Douglas' name came forth, same thing, although I knew his name a little bit better than I had known Dr. Aita's name, but the impact of his music and the history behind all, I don't know if people knew that he was one of the first performers for the, I want to get it, the Caravana back in 1960. Thank you, okay? That's history. And it continues to live on and on and on. And so then this year, it was someone that just came as a quiet giant through the community that just went whoosh. And so we invited a few of his close beloveds in the community to just give us only. You got 1 minute now. A few words. And so is Maureen Alexander here? If you could come forth, you got 1 minute. I lovingly know how to move people from the mic. Okay? So if you see me moonwalking, then you know it's time to move, okay?
Good afternoon. To my elders. Standing here for the first time, I give God praise and thanks. I'm here to say something short on the behalf of Kojo. I met Kojo over 29 years now in a church, a young man, very vibrant, helping seniors, the young people. Admire him. And something made a connection between me and Kojo. Never had any falling out. Many people try to break us apart. But what God bless, no man curse. And Kojo, sometimes I feel so sorry for him. But because of his calling, he have to do what he have to do. Charity, helping people, that's Kojo. Whatever he do in Canada, but Grenada land, people depend on Kojo. Especially December month. Especially when school about to reopen after the holidays. The copybooks, the pencils, the pens. I was privileged to go to Grenada together with Kojo. Went into his old school. Little children holding on to his pants. Did you bring pencil? Did you bring pen? And he said, yes, the teacher have it. The teacher, go to the teacher, go to the teacher. We go to the senior home where he send on Pampers and medical stuff. And they appreciate that. Kojo. Sometimes I look at him and said, he came to Canada with a purpose. Yes. Canada, a lot of us come to Canada. It make us and it could break us. But it's what you want. And I know Kojo came with a purpose. And that purpose is the ripening for us. And it's unfolding at every hour. My encouragement to you, well, I have something here. Elder Kojo. Be you. Continue to love. Even though you know the people that despise you, still love them. Murder them with love. Because only by doing that you will overcome. I am Kojo daughter. Kojo daughter, God's mother. So we come from a very long way. And all that I can do or give Kojo is praise. He wants nothing materially. Nothing. Sometime when the Christmas time come or his birthday come, I wonder, what can I give him? But only thing I can give Kojo is love. And I pray to all my elders, to encourage him and to love him. In no other name, but in Jesus' almighty name.
Now that speaker had 1 minute. The next speaker got 30 seconds. Jamia.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. I must say to my spiritual brother, Kojo, Elder Kojo, Sion, Modest of Grenada, immigrated to Toronto, Canada at the age of 17. When I was given the task to introduce this award, the Mabel Helen Rose Foundation Stone Award, awarded to individuals who build community and bring spirit into higher consciousness. I want to talk about the higher consciousness. I want to talk about building spirit. So when I give the two examples, please, I am not comparing those two people to the person I'm about to talk about, because he is himself. When I first came to this building, a very astute man taught me probably one of the best lessons I've lived by, and has transformed my life by. Dr. Reverend Evan Reed taught me that we are spiritual beings having human experiences. Spiritual beings having human experiences. So I was trying to connect the work of his good through spirit and his accomplishments, his meaning, Kojo. And I'm still trying to connect it, because sometimes when we talk about spirit, it is not an easy task. However, it's only spirit that gives us the fortitude to run an organization like Pride Toronto. The longest executive director to survive Pride Toronto. I can talk about it. I can talk about it. I can talk about it because I, Jamia Zuberi, sat on the board of Pride Toronto in the early 90s, and that's how we got Blockorama, by instilling myself on the board. 1996, 2005, big up Elder Leslie Leacam, who sits on the board where Kojo stands on her shoulders, and all the board members here today, as well as the staff. I want to say to you, Pride Toronto, it's going to be your 5th year. We're all here for you. We witnessed last year when the world tried to stop you and they failed. Yes. Second point, last point. The two people, Harriet Tubman and Moses. What do they have in common? They facilitated journeys. I wanted to make the connection with Kojo. 117 folks. He's facilitated our journeys to Africa, the continent. And the reason why I'm naming it is because we didn't just go physically to say, hey, we reach. There's the motherland and we're here to do it. That was not the purpose of these journeys. They were spiritual journeys. Kojo was the leader who took us to Zanzibar, Ethiopia, Kenya, Côte d'Ivoire, in search of the traditional spiritual ways of knowing and being of our African ancestors. He's also taken 79 pilgrimages to the Caribbean region. All those individuals were able to sit at the source of the traditional African and Caribbean ways of knowing and being. so that we could spiritually interrupt the impact of the transatlantic slave trade and colonialism. Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. It's the only way we can survive. From a 17-year-old Grenadian immigrant to Toronto's Pride Executive Director, to my spiritual brother, we all holding you up. Ashe.
I want to say right now, in 5 minutes, this service ends. That's at 12:30. However, that's Lamitria's declaration. It's in divine order. If you choose, and I mean this sincerely, we start on time and we end on time here. And so if you choose to stay after 12:30, I graciously appreciate that. But we end at 12:30. There is an offering basket in the back because we're doing all this celebration, and in order to keep it going, we need to keep the basket flowing. And so if you have to leave, we just ask that you drop something in the basket. That's the preacher in me, okay? Now we're continuing, because this is a surprise speaker on behalf of Kojo. He thought his sister would be in Jamaica today. However, she surprised him and showed up. And she's not only his sister, she's our sister too. The Reverend Anna Nia Alyadela. And I know I didn't say it right, but I was close. And so we invite you to come forth. I'm going to give you, because I know you know how to do it, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Come on.
I love my brother. Elder Kojo. 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm a speaker. I can do this. I can do this. The ancestors are so pleased. The ancestors are so very pleased. In our tradition, in our African tradition, there is a practice that is encouraged for the advancement of our people. And that practice is that we celebrate and promote each other. And what it says is that when I promote you, I promote me. And I create the space for me to advance. Now in the West and in this colonized experience that we have, that is not so. It is, we're taught to step on, walk over, kill, all of that so we can get our way. But in our tradition, that is not so. In our tradition, you promote. So when I think about my brother, and I'm probably the person of all the speakers who have come into his presence physically the latest. But when we connected, we knew that we had been together before. And that in fact, the ancestors had brought us together in a particular way to do some particular things. And I only have a minute and a half, so Kojo, you know, I tell you how I love you all the time. And we have a different kind of connection that the ancestors have named for us to do. But I'm very grateful that you have acknowledged this man. Years ago, I didn't go to award ceremonies even when I was awarded because I was so devastated by the unheard and unsung heroes. And so my protest was to not accept these awards. I've grown, and nowadays I do. But you, for me, Kojo, the things you do for this community, not just queer people, but everybody, seniors, children, from Africa to Grenada. The things you do so quietly. The conversations you have with me and others so quietly. The gifts you give us so quietly. Is the reason you deserve this and so much more. So much more. But the ancestors are pleased, and you know they're flourishing you. They're just flourishing you. The butterflies are all around your feet, and they're just flourishing you. Because we know your purpose here. So I thank you. I thank you for acknowledging Kodjo today and for giving him his flowers, because it's so well deserved. And one of the things that we know, and I'm going to stop, because I'm always wanting to teach, you know? But the other thing is that our ancestors have taught us, and our elders say that when we come into this planet with our unique gifts, if the gift is not identified, celebrated, and promoted, we lose our minds. So I'm grateful that you have acknowledged and recognized Kodjo's very unique gift. Thank you, my brother. I love you. I couldn't get off here without telling you what Debbie said I'm to tell you. So his big sister, my partner, was not able to come today. But she wants you to know how extremely proud of you she is. And that you know who you are. And you should continue to walk and stand in your greatness. It doesn't matter who doesn't see it. That's her message. I love you. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much for gifting my brother.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Kodjo, I'm going to ask you to come and stand. Is your daughter with you? Yes, she is. If she could come and stand with you. Yes. Yes. You could come up here. Bring your beloved. And then I'm going to call on Jay Douglas, who is the 2024 recipient. He's actually going to pass it over to Kodjo. And I want the 2023 recipient to come and stand by Jay Douglas, Dr. Aita Sidhu. So, Jay Douglas, the mic is yours. Dr. Aita, stand by you. David and I stand behind you.
Greetings. I only have 5 seconds. It's a blessing to be here today. We're living in a spiritual universe. We're a spiritual being, governed by spiritual laws. And we're blessed to acknowledge where we're coming from and where we're going. And it's not by coincidence that we're gathered here today. Because the work of the Most High must go on. It's indeed a pleasure. God bless you, my brother.
You're playing, right?
With love. With love. I present to you, in the name of the Creator of this universe, the mastermind. We love you. God bless you.
That's right. There you go. That's right.
Where's our photographers right there? So make sure.
Okay. mic. No, we're supposed to look this way. Thanks. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, in everything that we do, there is always a purpose. And I say to folks all the time, you know, my mother, that's how she raised me. I wish I could be different. I wish I could not do what I'm doing. But my mother, God bless her, 80 plus, you know, and always encouraged me. Words cannot express how I feel at this moment, you know. Both my two sisters talk about spirit. And I want to give you an example. And this is why I know this is truly ordained by the Creator. This ceremony was supposed to have happened last week, on the 16th of February. And when Rev called me, she said, we're going to do this for you on the 16th. It happened. It would have been my birthday. But because I'm planning 1 year of celebration, 49, so I turned 49 last Sunday. So I'm going to be celebrating for 1 full year until I'm 50.
Nice.
I was on Carnival Cruise, you know, just taking in the moment. I think on Sunday I were in St. Thomas or somewhere. But then I reflected as I came back to Toronto and I saw the snow. And I said, my family, the people that cared about me would not have been here. So everything happens for a reason.
Nice, nice.
And you know, I say to the Reverend Lemaitre all the time, you are being directed by the ancestors. There are many of my femtors and mentors that are here today. And I want to really, I'm telling you, my femtors has been there for me as a young queer man in this city. And yes, you know, this is about honoring me, but at the same time, I want to say to my dear sister, Kemi, thank you. Your presence here today means a lot to me. You have opened so many doors for me. And I just really want to say to you, thank you. You have strengthened me. And yes, this is my proud, the one and only, okay? And she has made it very clear. She's not going anywhere. You know, she still lives at home, even at 30, you know. And I got a text couple days ago, Daddy, pray for me and get the people to pray, because she happens to be a flight attendant and her flight were in trouble. And knowing she's very dramatic, so I'm like her father, I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then after she told me the story, and I just want to say, folks, just continue to pray us up. You know, I love her dearly. She drove me, I don't drive. She drove me here this morning. I thought she had left, but thank you for coming. And to everyone, thank you to Reverend Lemaitre, Reverend McKnight, the entire family, you know, Verity family. Thank you for accepting me and just having me be in the space. I see a few of my board members are here. I see a few of my staff are here. Just thank you for being here and just celebrating.
Coach, I think David has the box. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't this wonderful? Wonderful, wonderful. If you could bear with us just for a few minutes, you know that the service ended at 12:30, long as you know that, okay? And so bear with us, those who have said yes. This is the time that we open up for the giving of our tithes and offerings. However you have come to give to this ministry, we say thank you. We will not pass the basket. We will have the basket in the back for you to place your offering in it. And we ask that we are thankful for whatever you place in the basket. We do offer other ways that you could give to this ministry, which should be on the screen at this time. You could mail it in to our mailing address that is listed. You could e-transfer by our email address, or you could send it through mobile apps such as Titherly and Canada Helps. However you choose, again, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. I invite you to hold with us in consciousness our offering statement. It's an offering blessing that we give to this ministry, that your support provides us the opportunity to serve in the community. If you didn't know, I've been named a nickname, the community pastor, and so you may see me anywhere throughout the community. In order to do that, we appreciate your support. So thank you. So let us affirm our offering blessing together. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. All is well, and so it is. That blessing is for each one of us. As we give, so shall we receive. May not come the way we want it, but trust me, it comes. And so it is. I'm going to invite you to stand on your feet. And those that are online, we acknowledge your presence and we thank you for joining in with us as well. We even have an online minister. I want to pay tribute to her this afternoon, the Reverend Sharon Metley, who holds our online community together. Let's give it up. So not just us in person, but we have many followers online, and she's our minister for online. So we stand together and we affirm a closing affirmation. It is also listed on the screen. Say it loud as you are proud. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. And so we invite the voices of praise to lead us in our closing song.
Ready, Dave? All right, this one is called Africa Unite. I don't know if you know it, but you're going to learn it today. Bob Marley sing it, yeah? You ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, here we go. It goes. Africa Unite, 'cause we are moving right out of Babylon, and we are going to our father's land. Yeah, verse 1. How good and how pleasant it would be before God and man, yeah, to see the unification of all Africans. Hey, as it's been said already, let it be done, yeah. We are the children of the I am man. Hey, we are the children of the Africans. We say, Africa, unite! Africa and Africa, unite! Hey, hey! Africa, unite! One more time! Africa, unite! Last time we say, Africa, unite! Thank you.
Thank you for your consciousness. We have a walking out song also, so get ready. As you're walking out, we're inviting you to join us downstairs.